I don't have to get close to you. And if I don't have to get close to you, then you can't hurt me. So that's why I see things like judgment as a coping mechanism. It's a way for me to feel safe when I don't know any other way to do that. In an odd way, it's not in an odd way, it's my dysfunctional way of trying to take care of myself in a situation when I don't feel safe. Now again, I say this over and over again, we're not making excuses for other people's inappropriate behavior. If somebody is acting inappropriately, we do whatever we need to do to take care of ourselves. We don't have to fix other people. I want to clarify something I said last week, which was when we're being met with anger from another person, when somebody's directing negative energy our way, instead of being defensive and attacking them back, we can have compassion for them. And what I meant by that is we can have an appreciation, we can have an understanding that, as we said last week, what I believe is almost always behind anger is fear. So if somebody's lashing out in anger, they're really lashing out because they're afraid. Now, I know what it's like to be afraid. I've spent, a good part of my life living in fear. So I can begin to have compassion for that, and compassion for that person, because they feel so insecure, they feel so threatened that they have to attack me or direct anger towards me or whatever they're doing towards me so they can feel safe. But what I want to clarify is having compassion for them doesn't mean that we're going to fix them, doesn't mean that we're going to, do anything to put ourselves in harm's way. It's not our job to change them. It's not our job to make it okay for them. When I talk about compassion, it's almost an internal process. And what that does is it allows me to not give my power away to that person in that situation. So I don't have to reduce myself to their level. And again, I do whatever I have to do to take care of myself. I'm not there to fix them. I'm not there to change them. This is more of an internal thing, but it can change the way I interact with them. And I have had the experience now, a couple of times at least, that when I don't respond to anger with anger, when I don't respond to defensiveness with defensiveness, the other person lets their guard down. And eventually there's a way for us to reestablish communication, to reestablish the relationship. So I don't want to give my power away. I still want to take care of myself, and I can do whatever it takes to take care of myself. If somebody really is being unloving, inappropriate, harmful, abusive, none of this is about, we don't ever have to take abuse from another person. And in my egoic mind, what happens is I take all of that personally, and then I want to fight back. I want to attack back, or I want to feel like a victim. I want to feel sorry for myself. I want to get even, passive-aggressive or something like that. I'm suggesting that as we begin to become more aware of how the ego operates, we will have different options in those situations. We'll be able to make different choices. And when we make different choices, we have different outcomes and experiences, and that's how our life changes. Again, coming back to the recommended reading for tonight, he says in the book that, people want to solve their money problems without changing their money habits, without changing their behaviors, without making new choices and decisions. We can't change our life if we're still making the same choices and decisions. And our choices and decisions are a function of our thoughts and our feelings. So we want to go all the way back and change the thoughts, change the perceptions, and in particular, change our perception of ourselves. If I believe I can take care of myself in all situations and with all people, then I will be much better able to cope with somebody who's directing negative energy towards me. Somebody who's angry, who is, somehow inappropriate. I will not as probably as quickly lash out, engage with anger, engage with defensiveness and all of that. So we're trying to reprogram so we can have new experiences, make new choices in the moment.